content isn't king. And there's one fundamental flaw in the system when it comes to education, educational leadership, making impact in all of those kind of processes. And I was reflecting yesterday in a coaching conversation regarding there's two types of way we deliver content. And firstly, you've got expert. You're an expert in this piece of learning and you are delivering a specific content module. And then there's storytelling. And that is where you are telling the story of your learning or your growth. And the fundamental difference is we make connections and our relationships are built through the stories that we resonate with rather than just the content that we learn. When it comes to education, we always are told that you need to know your stuff, which is true. You need to know how to teach and you need to know what to teach and how your students learn. Yeah, look, 101. However, there's one missing link when it comes to training pre-service teachers and also training leaders. And that's the ability to tell a story. That's the ability to figure out that the way people connect with others is through storytelling. And I've been reflecting on that really, really permanently and prominently lately because what I'm noticing in social media realm is educational content has less reach, meaning you impact less people with that educational content, even if it is valuable. And the more entertainment or story-driven content has wider reach because it's more applicable and it's got a greater ability to resonate with others. So it's something that's top of mind at the moment because I'm just determining what makes a good teacher and what makes a good sort of influencer, educator. And it's the ability to tell a story. And I was discussing in this coaching conversation the idea of casting your net. And what does it mean? It's the idea of you're throwing out a net of ideas and seeing what you pick up as reciprocal conversations. And the concept is, and the challenge is, for the last 10 years plus, I've been working in education. I've been leading in that space for quite a while as now Deputy Principal and going on to be a director. But I never documented and never told the story of all the challenges and all the hardships and all the cool things that I did prior to then. And now I could be considered an expert in all sorts of fields, technology, team, collaboration, AI, strategic planning, all these different things. However, because I hadn't told the story of how I learned it, how I earned it, what are the struggles I did, what did I manage, how did I progress, all these kind of things. Now, when it comes to being that expert, it's a lot harder necessarily to relate to people because they can't see your foundation, your origin story. They don't understand all the things that you've done to get here. And that is really important noticing to do when we're becoming a teacher, we're becoming a leader, that people resonate more closely with people who are experiencing the same kinds of problems as you. Because you can go back and say, oh, okay, this person's actually dealt with this. I'll actually go work with them. I'll go and do their training. I'll go and get their coaching and work through those solutions because they understand the context that they're coming from. So it's something that's top of mind because as I progress into a different role in the next few months, going from that expert here to beginner in an international space, it's more going to be around storytelling about my learning process. What am I doing? How am I networking? How am I collaborating? Rather than coming in as I know all this stuff. Listen to me. I'm important. Because as soon as you say something like that or you act in that sort of way, a lot of people turn away and you don't get the foundation that you're actually aiming for. So this is more of a self-reflection, but it's a lesson that I'm learning now as I begin a new chapter in my educational journey that I wish I'd been told when I first started. But who knows? You go down so many different paths these days. They say that within a lifetime, you're going to have about 14-ish job transitions and career transitions. So that is the new generation coming through. So what you don't know can't hurt you until you know it. So if you're thinking about becoming the expert, document the process through storytelling. That is the lesson that I'm taking away because storytelling and the journey is the prerequisite of the expert. People don't believe somebody is an expert unless they've done something and done something hard for a long time. So I'm going to leave it there. Remember, effort equals results. Keep having those deep reflections and that critical thought, because that makes you who you are. I'll see you in the next one.